How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. This is your boy TraderPrad. TraderPrad. But if you guys are ready for this show to get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Prad in the house. Why is that test message up there? Let's get rid of that. But yes, we're here. Let's address it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room right off the bat. Why not, right? Boy, oh boy, what did we just see on the market today? Gap up. Good. Right, we had what we thought was the bottom yesterday, or a little bit of a dip opportunity to get bought into. The pre-market bounce trapped a little bit more, running off the open trappy a little bit more, and then on the way down is just no follow through. The amount of zero DTE players, the amount of winding up and also unwinding at the same time that you're seeing across the board on all instruments, mostly because of options, but also because people are so ready and eager to buy the dip, but at the same time they are so paper handed also. They want to time it perfectly. They don't want to lose any money in the short term, but in the long term they also want to be able to have pretty charts. Sadly, that's not how it works, right? So if you are looking to buy the dips, you gotta keep buying the dip until the dips really stop dipping. So you better have a big enough of buying power for that. But boy oh boy, what you're seeing at the moment is just insane. So bulls getting trapped, people getting long, thinking that it's the bottom, and then when the rugs get pulled, they have to answer where the stops are. Where is your stop? Are you gonna get stopped out here or much lower when your bank account calls you and says, hey, it's time for that margin call? So we are seeing just insane ranges, insane opportunities. I did not think QQQ was gonna end red today. Guess what? It did end red today. S&P 500 ended red today. But lot of ideas from last night, what I talked about, such as Amazon. There was an Amazon trade I talked about that played out exactly. China sector still very weak. Baba, Baidu, they were selling off all day before the market was even selling off. um what else was playing out? I'm trying to remember. I know there was something in the health sector. Humana and what was it? UNH popped up a little bit with the Medicare news. I did look at them, but I didn't trade them today. But overall, the only thing that matters is basically what's in the title of the stream. 7% drop intraday from top to low on the market. So it's actually like 7.4, insane move. And with the volatility that we're seeing, I mean, it's time to party. If you're a day trader, it's time to party, right? For example, today I started off the day horribly. Why don't we go to the full screen and talk about this? So starting off the day, absolute garbage, being down almost one full risk unit, and I was like, okay, I am trading bad. Like, I am not making the right decisions. This entry is fine, but I didn't take the stop where I should have, and I held it much further against me, and then I FOMO'd entry into the position. Later, when I did have the position, I didn't size on it, and then I cut the position too early. So just jumping all over the place, back and forth, way too emotional. And later on, trying for a long. I'm okay with this long because this was a setup play, and losing on a setup play, I'm okay with it. This was also a setup play, but this was not on the setup exit. I lost on taking a wider stop than I should have, and then I got back in on a FOMO, then I got back in on more FOMO without real size, but that trade was working. And then much later I just completely stopped looking at the position completely, and that one looked like it was gonna go over here, missing out on that. And then I've also traded Baidu. I traded that one poorly, didn't lose any money, but you can see how I missed out on a lot of money over there by not holding on to my position. This was a little hard to hold on to. So all things combined, I just wasn't making the right calls today, and I figured, the right thing to do possibly is to stay away for a little while of the day. I didn't make the right calls off the open. I didn't make the right calls in the middle of the day during lunchtime. And what are the chances I'm not gonna make the right calls later on? So let me go take a break. Let me go get some sunlight, and I'll be back in a bit after the market decides what it wants to. So I go for a quick walk, come back, sit down, and I look at the market absolutely flushing. I'm thinking the market bounces somewhere around these. This is Palantir, but somewhere around this area, market bounces. Nope, another breakdown. Somewhere around this area, market bounces. Nope, another breakdown. It's just non-stop on the market today, and eventually I managed to find some trades to actually turn my day around and end positive very slightly. I'm just gonna say break even. So basically broke even on the day after fighting my way back, and this was the main win over here, taking that short on the break a lower day as Bitcoin was cracking, as the market was reversing, catching a good $7 move almost. And then you had the second leg of that move, which was even deeper. So shout out to MSTR. Couple other trades that helped me out was shorting the market. So right around 10:30, short the market, pulled back on the dips, shorting it again, and then riding it all the way to what I thought was the end. I didn't think the market was gonna keep going the way it did, and you obviously know what the story is. Pretty sure SPXX probably ended at $10 today, and I was basically long what? I was long SPXS. So yeah, there you go. It ended above 10, slightly above 10, and I was long 835. So just goes to show you can have the good trades, but if you don't size on them well, and if you size on some of the other trades instead, you'll take a little bit of a beating on the day. But however, later on, I did manage to compose myself and find some trades to claw my way back after having that bad start through through Baba and through Nvidia. Those were my biggest losers on the day. Besides that, pretty much very simple day for me. Um, the lesson from today, honestly, it's the same lesson from every day that I lose money on, right? Any day that I lose money, it's the same goddamn lesson. So clearly not learning from my mistakes, I guess, is a problem. The lesson is don't trade the open, especially when you're not trading setup plays. When you're not trading setup plays, trade with less size. For example, Nvidia, there was a setup that I was taking, but that entry was well past from where I should have entered. So I started FOMOing and I took a chasey entry, and then I flip flopped on that trade a little bit back and forth. So I started with the long. The long should have been in this area. Instead of crossing up on that liquidity, I was bidding into the trade. So I never got the bid or the price. I never got the fill, and the stock just ran to the upside without me. So I was like, oh, come on. So I'm going to try to get the fill on the way back down. On the way back down, that was a wrong call. And then on the break of the opening range low, I flipped short, and that didn't work out. That went right against me too. So having a back and forth action just because I missed the original trade over here, FOMOing into some trades, thinking that I'm going to miss out on the original move and probably the only move of the day. That's what FOMO really comes from, right? You fear of missing out. You're fearful that this is the move and it's going without you, and you originally spotted it down there. Awesome, you did, but you missed out. You don't need to chase it and then completely make up new trades because the original idea didn't really work out. The original idea was to look for a big move on Nvidia past 105. It did get above 105, but it also got stuffed right back to the 105 and then broke the opening range low. So was that trade even that good at that point? You know, it wasn't. So I was like, oh, maybe the short is the play. Let me flip short here and give this one a little bit of a risk. Sized up on that and took a beating on that too. That one was a no setup trade over there. I think Palantir was something similar. Started with the short, flipped to a long. That didn't work out. Basically a flat trade over here. Scalping some longs over here. Another flat trade overall. Didn't really do too much. IBIT when Bitcoin was breaking down along with my MSTR trade. Just kind of spreading my risk. Spreading my chickens and my baskets, spreading my risk across the board on the same instrument. So MSTR short, probably could have had a little bit more size on this trade. That would have really made my day completely turned around on that one if I did that. Could have re-entered on this. There were so many coulda, woulda, shoulda, but I'm just happy that I managed to find a spot to get short in this trade. And without this one, I don't think I would have turned my day green today. So shout out to MSTR, because what I made on MSTR is exactly what I lost on BABA, and the rest of the trades were basically also very much canceling out each other. One winner cancels out another loser on the day. So I'm happy with it. I'll take it. Overall, poor performance. Not gonna write home about it. Okay, so these streams at the moment are going to not really be too much focusing on specific stocks. It's just the overall broader market. I mean, today's sell-off on the S&P 500 and the QQQ is very alarming, right? So that's a 6 and almost 7% drop on the S&P 500 from top to bottom. You have a 5.8% move from top to bottom on the Dow Jones. IWM Russell 2000 going from top to bottom 7.28, and QQQ, if I remember correctly, about 7.5, so 7.48. This is a big problem. This, like, I think right around here where my cursor is, I think that's yesterday's close, but that was also right around yesterday's VWAP stock. Let's actually go to the chart right here. Stock tries to bounce from yesterday's VWAP or a little bit higher than yesterday's VWAP actually, and does not manage to do so, and continues to go lower. So market showing you that the sellers are still in control and they are looking to sell pops. They are looking to sell pop. There might be actually an anchored VWAP that I might be interested to take a look in. Maybe on the day that the selling started. Which day would you put that on? What day was the day when Elon, not Elon, I said Elon, when Trump announced tariffs? Because I think that might be the day where you want to put your anchored VWAP too. So we got some good action since that day. Moves to the downside. To yesterday's buy move got completely negated today. Possible more sideways action, honestly, and then you know, more downside. I think tonight at the 12 o'clock, 12 a.m. I'm not sure how much of the impact we will see in Canada in regards to the tariff prices, right? Because if USA is charging Canada 100% on Canadian, on Chinese imports and Chinese stuff, is that really gonna come into effect for Canada and Canada and Chinese products? So I'm not sure how much we're gonna see that problem, but I'm sure you guys in America are probably gonna see that very soon, in about a week or in about 2 weeks or so. Things are gonna either really change drastically in prices, or they're gonna drop really quick. Actually, if D Westermeyer is here, I got a surprise for you. Guess what I found at the old office that I was just at? And the question is, are prices going to change drastically next week? Only if Sean is green. Well, I'm not sure if Sean was green or not today. Probably. So I'm guessing the answer to that question is also yes. Also yes. So QQQ, man, this is a very interesting market, very interesting environment. If you pull back VIX, you will see we are actually right back at the Japan crash. The Japan recession is what I called it, right? I used to call it the Japan recession. So going right back into Japan recession markers for the volatility index, that's something. Right above that is the COVID volatility marker. That's 85 or so. So watching how this sets up, this is nuts, right? We're going into Japan volatility. We're going into COVID volatility very soon. The carryover trade, thank you. Yes, the carryover trade. We're looking to see what happens on the bigger move for this bad boy. Freudian slip? What did I Freudian slip on? The way things are going, USA will have to join Canada, not the other way around. I love it. I mean, you guys are more than welcome. You guys are more than welcome, but leave your guns behind, okay? Leave your weapons behind, and leave your drugs behind too. We have enough of that problem here already. Leave your Californians behind also. Leave all the crazy people in California. I don't want to see wheelchairs and poop-covered streets. Well, I see enough of that already when I'm in downtown Toronto area. I don't want to see more of that. Please keep that in your country. All right. VIX. Where was I? I think somebody else, John was talking about VIX. VIX is at 52.33. That's too damn high. I mean, what do you expect, right? Today's move was just absolutely nuts. If we go to fear and greed meter, did it drop to 3? No, still at 4. I'm earning to see, is that the right word? I'm dying to see this at 0. Does that even ever go to 0 or in the negative? I'm sure it doesn't, but if it does, that's when you know it's extreme panic. There's a new website that I found today. Is this the bottom.com? And the answer is no. This is not the bottom at the moment. Shout out to your friends over at Investing with Options. I'm not even sure what the heck all of this is, but here's your answer. Is this the bottom? So yes, volatility going up. There are a couple opportunities by taking advantage of shorting volatility. Market doesn't really have to go up. It just needs to go sideways. So if market doesn't drop hard tomorrow and just go sideways or up, there is a very easy trade on volatility instruments, UVXY, VXX. So for that, a couple scenarios would be the market gaps down, it starts to trade sideways, and then maybe it starts to go back up after a big gap down. You get some sort of a capitulatory move. I've been dreaming about this market-wide halt. Maybe we don't actually get the market-wide halt. God damn it, right? Maybe we don't actually get the market-wide halt. But what I'm expecting is a gap down and then some sort of a stall in the market. It's staying above VWAP and it's trying to keep on going higher and higher and higher. So that would be a very easy sign for us to immediately jump on volatility instruments and short VXX tomorrow, short UVXY tomorrow. I actually have a trade that I had a banger trade. It was right here, but that was a little bit mixed with news too. So maybe I got lucky. But overall, as long as QQQ goes sideways or lower, you're going to be able to get profitable opportunities by shorting these volatility instruments. But if the market going down, then most of the chances are that this also this goes up. So you want to be very careful. Hey Prad, what are you buying? A long time no see. I'm always here. I'm always here. You're always welcome to come by on streams Monday to Thursday. Just put your money in cash. Exactly. Put your money in cash. GICs is what we have in Canada. I'm not sure how it works in America. Put your money in cash at the moment. This is not the bottom. So if you are looking to buy anything for the long term, just wait patiently. With current tariffs, honestly, we're gonna possibly see inflation kind of coming back into topics. Prices of products might go back higher. They were just getting tamed and then they're gonna go back higher, so that's a little bit of a worry. If that happens, pricing will be consumer spending. How do people spend money? Now you're gonna have to see changes in characteristics and changes. For example, this is an example actually my manager was giving to me. If people were buying a car at 60K, right? I'm not sure what a Toyota Corolla goes for, but if you're buying a Toyota Corolla for 60K, now because of taxes, the Corolla is going for, or not taxes, tariffs, the Corolla is now going for 80K, 90K. Would you still go buy a Corolla? Maybe now you're gonna go walk a little longer. Maybe you're gonna go buy a bike instead. Maybe you're gonna get an electric scooter instead, right? Maybe you're gonna take the public transit. So a lot of these questions are going to come into play. Your $40 shoes that you're possibly buying that's made in China might now cost you $140. Are you still gonna be buying $140 shoes? If you are going to now buy $140 shoes because they used to cost $40, where is your extra money coming from? Now are you spending less on food? Are you spending less on movies? All these questions are going to be a big question mark. We don't know how all of these are going to play out. We're going to find out very soon. Water, man. That's probably, I won't lie, it's not my first sip of water. It's my third sip of water today, and that was actually cold. That was good. Nice cold water. Okay. Yeah, CPI and consumer sentiment numbers are first to watch. So I don't think it's the one that's coming out tomorrow. I know I'm pretty sure CPI is tomorrow, right? Or is that Thursday? I think CPI is Thursday. Tomorrow. Yeah, not tomorrow. We got the FOMC minutes tomorrow. CPI Thursday, but you're not gonna see the numbers baked into this one. The one in next month, which will have possibly April or the month after that. We're gonna see a little bit of changes coming into play. In that meantime, do we have possible partnerships between countries? Is Trump actually going to partner with countries and give some of them tax breaks or sorry, tariff breaks, tariff write-offs? Some sort of a credit that he said he was going to do. If he does that with Vietnam, maybe your shoes are actually not going to cost 140, and you still might be able to get a $40 shoe. So you need to make sure that Vietnam actually gets a break overall. So there's a lot of moving parts over here that Trump just kind of triggered everything with one big signature, right? So it's these prices on the market are juicy, they are frothy, and they are dip worthy. But this is also how, you know, sentiments change across board. This is an episodic pivot to the downside. This is an episodic pivot to the downside. Tonight, 12 o'clock tonight or 12 a.m. tomorrow, either or. You're gonna see the Chinese tariffs and the Canadian auto tariffs go online. So that's possibly going to impact GM. If you're interested to keep an eye on some of these names tomorrow, GM, Ford, STLA, some of the names to keep an eye on. What else? Then you got the China tariffs. So you got the BABA. Think about stocks that could actually get impacted by tariffs. Temu, Pinduoduo, BABA, FXI. BABA maybe, Baidu maybe not as much. But imagine Baidu actually breaks a multi support area. Let's turn off some of these colorings for myself here. But imagine Baidu actually manages to break the 73.58 tomorrow. If that goes, if $70 goes on Baidu, that's game over. That's game over on Baidu. That's a big multi-year level. That's a 2013 level that you're basically giving up, and we are we are possibly going doomsday. Granted, tariffs doesn't impact Baidu as much as it impacts BABA or Pinduoduo. But the weakness in the sector, weakness in the market, de-risking across the board, if that's happening, you can't stop those kind of moves and those kind of actions, right? So put an alert down here, get it set up, get it ready. Short pops, but once it actually gets below that 73.50, I mean it's absolute GG's for the stock. After that, you are 100% looking to short the stock for every dollar you got below 73.58. You might not be able to get the fills that you're looking for, but if it does get below it, I am fighting for that short. If it looks weak below it. If it looks strong above it tomorrow, let's say it starts its day at $80, it goes down to 73.50, it goes down to 70, and it actually manages to bounce around there, I'm okay with looking along tomorrow. But very interested to see how the next few days around this area sets up, because if we break this multi-year low, ooh, that just makes me so excited. Okay, so excited. So BABA, high focus on mainly tomorrow for the China sector, but at the same time you got the large cap sector always to keep an eye on. Apple, Microsoft, Google. Apple being one of the biggest stocks that possibly gets impacted by China tariffs. You know, how much of products of Apple are made in China? I don't know the numbers, but I'm going to throw out one out there. 99.9%. Okay, and if Apple if Trump is picking war with China Apple's going to obviously take a big hit off of that. This is what is this level? 2024. That's the August recession level. So that's the Japan carryover trade recession level. Let's zoom out on the monthly chart here. So pushing into that and breaking below 164, GG's, right? More GG's coming in. That's a big monthly candle downside. Woof. Yeeks. So you know, going down there, imagine, and this month is not even done yet. This month is not even done yet. This month just started, and that month candle is 225 to 169. Oh boy, oh boy. So if we do push into 164 and not bounce from 164, I imagine there's more downside on the market, right? There's this possible no good news really. Good news never happens below 200-day moving average, and especially not when all the moving averages are now pointing to the downside. For example, if I turn on that indicator, you can see how all the major moving averages are pointing to the downside. So you might want to be a little careful looking for a long on the market at the moment. Let the market reclaim its 50-day moving average and look strong above it. Let the market stocks reclaim its 50-day moving average and look strong, and then we can talk about possible bottoms coming in. Like I said, is the bottom in yet? This website is amazing. Save it. Is the bottom in yet? And at the moment, it's giving you a very plain and simple answer. N-O, baby. N-O. Shout out to your boy Steven Place on Twitter. Pretty sure that's his name. Steve Place. Steve N Place is his Twitter handle though. So I was right. But Steve Place on Twitter, or Steve N Place on his Twitter handle. Go check him out. Awesome dude, great content. For the most part, I'm going to be looking at the hourly charts on most of these large cap stocks. Again, today's VWAP, today's low, yesterday's low, hourly levels that I've already have marked. Amazon, for example, did exactly what I wanted it to do. But you could have traded any stock around that time and made profits on it if you traded short, because the market was really pooping itself at that moment. But if you guys watched my stream yesterday, we were very adamant on looking for a short around this area. I didn't take it because I was tilted on the day, so I didn't even pull up Amazon. But Amazon actually gave you a very good trade right around yesterday's high, right? This was also the idea. Look for short around yesterday's high, and then look for this 178 area, which was that level. Look to see, that's the hourly level if you guys remember. So showing some weakness around 178, get short, and that really gives you the next whole leg. But that's basically the market move, right? So nothing too special. Any stock at this time you could have shorted, and you could have really capitalized on that one, but it was in the game plan. And that's what you got to do. Capitalize on your game plan. Make a game plan, capitalize on it. For me, it's just going to be short the pops, because I don't think this market's got the buyers. This market don't got the buyers. Clearly don't got it after today. Who's going to buy the market after today? That's what I'm worried about. The heck was that? Have a good one, guys, says Elvis. Have a good one, brother or sister. How long has that CPI comment been up there? Jesus. Long Bitcoin, says Diego. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I never agreed with Bitcoin in the first place. I think Bitcoin is just it's art. It's art at the end of the day. I especially don't agree with Michael Saylor and his ideology. So here's a stock that I'm very excited to short tomorrow if it does come into play, with Bitcoin crashing, with Coinbase moving down, with other cryptocurrency instruments also very much in play. If MSTR sets up tomorrow into that long support base, very interested to see how the bottom opens up below that 231.50. Is that the low? 231.51. So let me quickly mark that one up. 231.50. Interested to see how that one plays out. Coinbase could actually give you a much cleaner breakout around that low. So what's that? 148.50, 142.50, 142.50 on Coinbase. IBIT is always there in my back pocket to take advantage of, and that's basically right around $43. So 42.98, $43 on IBIT. So if Bitcoin's breaking down, I'm very interested to keep an eye on all three of these names. I'm gonna keep my watch list very tight, very short, very tight, and that way I know exactly what to focus tomorrow. Here, let me bring in my watch list screen. Baidu, I'm gonna put you in orange unless you actually get to 73.50. Then your priority changes. We're gonna make you purple. And we're gonna put Baba, PDD, FXI, Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla. I don't care about Microsoft. I don't care about Google. Let's actually go look at their daily, and then maybe don't think I care. I think I might just trade the overall market if I really want to trade those names. UVXY instruments, so UVXY, VXX. Do I want to add Robinhood in here? I think I got enough cryptocurrency instruments at the moment, even though Robinhood is not just a pure cryptocurrency instrument. There are a couple of names from our good friends over at, where are they? Centerpoint. So they have mentioned today's movers, UNH and Humana, which is up 10% and 5% on Medicare Advantage boost. A-Lab down 12%. MicroStrategy already on my watch list. ENPH. Let me see the chart on ENPH. Ooh. $6 million shares? I mean, I don't think I care about that one. Carvana. ON. ALB. Do we have anything that's reporting earnings tomorrow? Nothing today. Oh, we got Calm, CALM. Did you do anything? Okay, a little drop in the pre-market. Sorry, I mean after hours. A little drop in the after hours. Seems like a negative earnings report. Still reported decent. That's $10 per quarter. Holy smokes. Okay. $10 per quarter and reported 1.43 billion. So very slight misses on the earnings, but maybe lower guidance, possible tariff news coming in, impacts and all that. So taking the stock a little bit lower, around 84.50 on CALM. Still above some of the important levels, so still very much above some of the important levels. Eggs, CALM is a egg maker. So egg prices have been going down, right? So I guess that's possibly why this one's going back to the downside now. So possible short on this, on that whole idea that egg prices are going back down. Might be worth keeping an eye on. You can see how the stock already got below what seems to be a decent level. It tried to hold this level multiple times before it broke down and after it reclaimed, and that also happens to be now the 200-day moving average. So staying below that and having weakness on pops below that could just give you a pretty decent short tomorrow. So if the stock is below 86.50, you could look for shorts, but I mean the volume, the liquidity doesn't really get me too excited. What it will get me excited is if the stock is weak below 80. Like if we see it weak below 80, that is something that we could actually have some fun with, because that opens up a lot of room to the downside. And you know, with current environments, with the volatility, that downside could really play up in our favor. So let me put it in my watch list. I didn't know it was an egg maker, 7950/80, and that's also going to be the inflection level. If it actually manages to get below that, awesome. But do keep in mind, the stock makes $10 per quarter. That's a profitable company. That's a profitable company. Their PE is 7. Like, you know, big hedge funds and big funds are looking to buy names like this in a heartbeat. So I'm not sure if shorting this heavily is a smart idea until it shows you weak below 80. But you still have that 200-day moving average at 86.50, which I think will play as a little bit of a barrier. Honestly, 86.50 to 87 area will play a little bit as a barrier, so keep an eye on it. Profitable company, cheap PE 7, PE 7.03, EPS 10. Was it 10? What number did we see? 1038. So that's damn near 40 cents a year. Sorry, $40 a year on EPS over there. So okay, CALM. But I'm not even gonna read their earnings report. Possibly a trade opportunity for us. Besides that, nothing really. Aher, I think that was pretty sure this one was a drone company, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. I don't remember correctly. Tomorrow we do have a company that we do care about, Delta Airlines, and airlines have taken a little bit of a beating recently. Not too long ago, Delta Airlines, UAL, DAL, AAL, all going to the downside, downgrades on all of them, and pushing lower. And obviously, I don't have to say it again, the market being weak is going to place an impact on these names. So if DAL does report better, I think you could see some sort of a long play coming into for us. So putting this one on the watch list for sure. Let's see how these names report tomorrow pre-market, and if this report's negative, I mean, that triple bottom over there that you got, possibly breaking below 34.80, you can see buyers from this day and potentially even today, all of them having their stops crack below 34.80. So that's going to be a pretty important level for me to see how the stock plays out. For now, orange importance, but can be upgraded depending on how much volume and how the report actually comes out in pre-market. Quickly going through other stocks that I probably did not really talk about. I guess I talked about most of the names that I am for sure going to keep an eye on. It's the China sector, crypto sector, Magnificent Seven sector, and the earnings basket. Besides that, honestly, you don't really need too many other names to keep an eye on. This market is just insane, so obviously you want to keep an eye on the overall market themselves. Yeah, make sure that you're applying risk management, and good luck, right? Make sure you're applying risk management and good luck. As I said a couple days ago, you know, you need to be very resilient in the market like this. You can't just get tilted and stop trading because you did poorly off the open. I'm talking to myself when I say this. I had the issue today where I got tilted and I stopped trading off the open. Had I not done that, and had I, you know, focused, I slapped myself in the face, slapped myself with some cold water, whatever it took, fix my mood, come back and sit back and actually focus on what's the next best trade. Had I done that, I would have been profitable possibly before lunchtime, and I would have been actually making a good day today by the close. Instead, I'm break even by the close. So in this market, you gotta be, you know, resilient. You gotta be ready to take advantage of the volatility, take advantage of the moves, take advantage of the games that are being played. But also do know when you have to stop. If you're losing more money than you are okay with losing in a day, stop. Nothing wrong with it, right? Thankfully, I didn't lose more money than I'm losing with in a day. I just needed to take a break so I could focus on not doing the wrong things and then focus on doing the right things. And that helped me out a lot. Alex, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you always in the chat. Nothing in the IPO sector. I know FATN reported today. Fat Pipe reported today. IPO today. A little bit of a move up, but very illiquid, so not too important. This one's a SPAC, a merger, so I don't really care about those names either. And as for the, what the hell is this? As for the econ calendar tomorrow, nothing else besides the FOMC minutes, which is at 2 p.m. I guess you do have the 10-year bond auction at 1 o'clock, and if you do trade the oil inventories or oil futures, you do have the 10:30 number. But for me, I only care about the 2 o'clock report that comes out. This is the FOMC minutes, not the Fed rate decision. And then the bond number could move the market a little bit. Thursday, we have CPI. That's going to be fireworks. Quick shout out to all of my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, TraderSync, Trade Ideas, Flash Research. If you are interested to get discounts on softwares that I use every single day to day trade, go check them out. This broadcast has ended. I was not live on this was glitchy the whole day today. You gotta love it. What a trash software. All right, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go call it a night, eat some food, play with my niece who is sick. So everybody pray for her well-being. Pray for her to get better soon. And I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow for final stream of the week. Is tomorrow Wednesday? So not the final stream of the week. I'll see you tomorrow and then Thursday for the final stream of the week. TraderPrad out. Peace. Good luck.
Destroys. Get ready for trade off of. Get ready for the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here. Back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day. So let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, TraderSync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.